At the end of the semester, it is important to ensure that your student grades are calculated correctly within the Blackboard gradebook. So what we're going to do is we're going to review the total column in the Grade Center. As a review, the Grade Center is located under Control Panel, Grade Center, Full Grade Center. I'm going to hide the left course menu so that we can see additional areas of the Grade Center. Currently, I have 4 students in this particular class. Now, the total column is right here, and I'm going to show you that it currently is set up. I'm going to edit that column information, and it's currently set up as running total, to calculate as a running total. Yes. And what a running total is I'm going to submit here to display this. A running total will calculate all the grades for a student that they've actually attempted. So you see this first student here, Bart, he only did assignment 1 and assignment 3. He hasn't completed the test or any extra credit. So as you see here, he's got 60 points. It does not take into account assignment 2, which he did not do. If you wanted to take into account that, because if you click on 60 points total, it's out of 200. And this is a 100-point column, and so is this one. So in order to make this correct, if you want to leave the running total as yes, which is typically what it is done by default, you will need to enter the zeros for every assignment a student has not completed. So you'll see that I have a couple other students here, Homer and Marge, also that did not complete assignment 3, and Bart, he did not complete the test, so I enter 0. Now when he goes into his grade book, you'll see that he's getting 60 out of 500 points possible, which will now give him the correct grade, so if he does the math. Also for this student as well. But if I did not have the zeros in here, then he would think he's doing a whole lot better than he is. So that's one option. As long as you put the zeros in, you're okay. If you don't want to put those zeros in, we can achieve the same results. And let me go ahead and take that 0 out so I can display to you what will happen here. Okay, so now I'm returned back here. I don't have a 0 in here. When this student looks at his grade center, he's going to see that he's got 60 out of 400 points possible, which takes out the assignment 2. Well, I don't want to go through and put zeros in. So what you can do is you can edit the total column and then come down here at the bottom where it says running total, calculate as a running total, change that to no. And no will include all items in the calculations. So now, because I changed that to no, when I click on 60, he's going to be calculated out of 500, and I don't have to put the zeros in. So it's important, either put zeros in as you go along, and then you don't really have to change this option, or you can change this option at the end of the semester. Make sure you turn running total to no, and then you don't have to put the zeros in there. Also, what is important at the end of the semester is that you export your grades so that you have a copy of them. To export your grades from Blackboard in the full grade center where we are, click on the Work Offline button and then click Download. And you'll get a couple options here, but if you leave them as the default, which is taking the entire grade center, you come down here where it says options, leave it as tab, and the default here is if you have any hidden columns or anything, you might want to turn this to yes. However, most of the time you just want what you're seeing there on the screen. So I leave them as the default. I click submit. I click on download. Here's the name of the file. I put it on my desktop. Make sure you know where this is going and that it's a secure location as well. And the file gets downloaded. Here is the file. And when you open it, you may be asked a question, do you want to open it anyway? Say yes. and the file will open up in Excel as it has on my screen. And let me just get it within the window here. And here is the students' grades for the semester and all the columns and so forth. So you can have those. A lot of times when you get your students a grade challenge, you're going to need this. So definitely export your grade book, download it, keep it in a secure location, and you can do the download at any time during the semester, not necessarily just at the end. Definitely at the end is a great idea, but anytime throughout the semester you can download a copy as a backup.